right, we've got a really great little barbell complex here for you guys, and I want to give you some insights as to how to best approach it depending on what you have available. The complex is this. Every 2.5 minutes, you're going to perform 3 hang power cleans, 5 pen lay rows, and 7 RDLs, okay? The total work time should be less than a minute. If it's taking you longer than that, we need to scale or adjust somewhere, okay? That'll allow you 90 seconds of rest between each set. In an ideal world, you've got plenty of weights at your disposal. I want you to build up. So start 50-ish% of your power clean or hang power clean, and then build with each set as you go. Let that pen lay row or the hang power clean, depending on who you are, be the limiting factor. Don't be surprised. Some of you it'll be different than others. Don't feel like you need to change the weights for the different lifts. Use the same weight. Whatever lift is the limiter, that's okay. But again, ideally you're going to build for the first couple of sets. Maybe for all 6 sets you're adding weight, or maybe you top out around set 4 and then you level off. That's ideal world. If you don't have all the weights at your disposal, maybe you only have 95 pounds to put on a barbell or 50-pound dumbbells, okay? In that case, you're going to solve for reps, right? You're going to up the rep scheme. Instead of 3, 5, 7, maybe it's 6, 8, 10, right? Again, this depends on what weights you have available. If you have even less weight available, maybe we up it again even more, okay? But ideally, it's taking you about a minute of work and you're getting 90 seconds of rest, okay? Beyond that, guys, one other nuance I want to just show real quick is with the pen lay row. Not everyone's going to have the same mobility and flexibility to get all the way down to the ground. A pen lay row is a little different than a bent over row in that the bar is going to be starting and ending on the ground with each rep. Ideally, we want to be able to set a nice flat back, neutral spine, have tension on our back side, and then maintain this as we move through the upper back, right? There is a certain degree of awareness and core stability that you're going to need to have to do that well, especially with some fatigue. If that's not you, and you don't feel really comfortable in this position, or you're really tight in this position, we can simply make it a bent over row, right? Where we'll deadlift it up, we'll set our back at the top here, and then hinge over in an RDL fashion to wherever you're comfortable. And that's the angle from which you'll do your rows. Maintaining that hip angle, maintaining that back angle, and rowing from there. That's going to be a great way to make sure you can still move well and don't try to force an arbitrary range of motion, which is the ground. Everyone's arm lengths are different, right? So some of you may have an easier time in that position than others. But listen to your body, make sure we're comfortable in that hinge. And again, this piece is static while this part is moving, okay? Enjoy. Oh, by the way, I want to end on this, guys. I love this complex and why you'll see it time to time. The way it's laid out, we go from highest skill and most dynamic, fastest contraction in the hang power clean into a lesser of both of those things in the pen lay row or bent over row, into an even lesser of those things in the RDL, right? So high skill to low skill, high speed to slower speed, and then even more, we go from a movement that's the least loadable to most loadable. So it has a really nice flow to it. It's going to blow your backside up really nicely, and is a really great way to build some endurance in the posterior chain from the heels to the back of your head. Hope you guys enjoy this one.